I seriously can't remember a time when I wasn't using social media, but my earliest memories of social media were just a couple of platforms like Facebook or Twitter. Now there are so many different platforms for everyone to use based on their preference. If you want to go and get your news from somewhere, you can use Twitter. If you're planning to become a huge influencer, then usually you head over to Instagram. And if you want to see what your grandma's cats are doing, then Facebook is probably for you. And now we have TikTok, which is probably the most well-used social media app for young people. TikTok has probably become the most popular platform for all of Gen Z, and it doesn't look like that will be changing anytime soon. But as TikTok climbs up the ladder of success for social media platforms, a lot of people are now deciding to make their own apps to try and rival the social media giant. And today we will be taking a look at one of those apps that tried to imitate TikTok that is also secretly terrifying. Without further ado, let's get right into this video. The app that we're going to be talking about today is an app called Like. Like is an app that is super popular, but only really with children that are usually between the ages of 10 and 15 years old. When you download Like, it's completely impossible to not see where they got their influence from. When you scroll down their version of the For You page, it looks like a copy and paste of what you see on TikTok. Except there's usually a lot more children on the Like For You page, since that is the main audience that the app has. But just because the kids on this app are a big portion of Like's users doesn't mean that they're the only ones on there. The biggest problem with Like is one that is terrifying once you see it in effect. And that is that the app doesn't seem to have any moderators working for the company to regulate some extremely creepy and horrible people that are sneaking around. What I mean by this is that when you're scrolling through Like, there are tons of videos with a lot of young girls. And as these girls are naive because of their age, a lot of times they are making sometimes suggestive thumbnails to their videos. Of course, these girls are completely clueless to the dark side of the internet, and they should never even have to be made aware of it. But sadly, when you look at the comment section, you can clearly see all of the disgusting and horrifying messages that are left on their videos. This all seems to be happening because in the last couple of years, TikTok has been improving their ways of keeping these kinds of creeps off of the platform. But as I said before, Like doesn't seem to care about all of these horrible people moving over to their app so that they can be more sneaky and try to scar kids for life. Countless users have reported these types of comments and accounts. However, they all say that despite the multiple reports that are put in, nothing seems to be done. There are also very little measures that are being put in place to protect children that are using Like. In fact, it seems as if there are actually more measures to put them in danger, which is what makes the app all the more scary. First of all, when creating an account on Like, there is no option to simply make the account private, which means that if a child is simply just making videos with the intent of their friends to watch them, they are also opening themselves up to the people who left the kinds of comments that I placed in earlier. Another problem is that users are able to search for others on Like by gender, which is super creepy considering that you usually only filter your search results by gender on dating apps like Tinder and Bumble, which are all for people aged 18 and up. There is also no age verification necessary when signing up, meaning that quite literally anyone, no matter how young, with access to the internet can set up an account. There appears to be no strict age limit or way of verifying how old someone actually is when they sign up, which is kind of similar to how TikTok once had a problem with minors joining their platform, so they set in place a rule where children under the age of 13 would not be allowed on TikTok unless they had supervision by an adult. So let's follow a case that shows just how shocking Like is. When a mother found out that the app was being used by an online predator to groom her 10-year-old daughter. On the popular website Parent Zone, a mother wrote in to say that she has seen some horrible things on Like and warned other parents about how dangerous the app was, saying, "I just spent the last 5 hours at the police station after discovering that my minor child has been harassed by some freak pervert and manipulated into taking nude photos of herself and sending them to him. She's 10. This was truly horrifying. I can't even imagine the fear and anger that I would have if I found out that my child had been manipulated into sending inappropriate pictures online." In a report on this case, it says that the little girl was targeted with messages for 4 months, asking her to send 3 pictures over to the online predator. They even threatened to take the little girl away from her mom if she didn't comply with what they wanted. The mother stated that her daughter and the predator had been talking online through Like's private messaging system. As I mentioned before, these messages went on for 4 months, with the predator slowly gaining the 10-year-old girl's trust until he started to dare her to send pictures of body parts like her legs, and as time went on, the creepy dares to send pictures became more and more inappropriate, until the girl's mother found out what was happening and instantly took her daughter's iPad to the police station. Since the incident, so many other parents have come forward to voice their concerns over Like, since the way so many kids get lured in is by the app becoming something popular in their school that all their friends are downloading. And then, as these kids download the app, they start posting videos to share with their friends, which catches the attention of these online predators. Like has since put in an option to have parental controls over the app, but even these controls are completely useless as they wear off over just 7 days, meaning if a kid has Like set on parental mode and then decide to stop using it for a couple of weeks, their child can go back on the app and have their account completely unfiltered. It seems like has no intentions of keeping its underage users safe, as their parental controls are completely useless, so the only option is to stop downloading the app entirely and raising awareness about how dangerous it is by spreading the message on to others. Thanks for watching this video. I'll see y'all in the next one.